Chapter 41. Now it came to pass in the 7th month that Ishmael the son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, of the seed royal, and one of the chief officers of the king, and 10 men with him, came unto Gedaliah the son of Ahikam to Mizpah, and there they did eat bread together in Mizpah. Then arose Ishmael the son of Nethaniah, and the 10 men that were with him, and smote Gedaliah the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, with the sword, and slew him, whom the king of Babylon had made governor over the land. Ishmael also slew all the Jews that were with him, even with Gedaliah at Mizpah, and the Chaldeans that were found there, even the men of war. And it came to pass the 2nd day after he had slain Gedaliah, and no man knew it, that there came certain men from Shechem, from Shiloh, from Samaria, even 80 men, having their beards shaven and their clothes rent, having cut themselves with meal offerings and frankincense in their hand, to bring them to the house of the Lord. And Ishmael the son of Nethaniah went forth from Mizpah to meet them, weeping all along as he went. And it came to pass, as he met them, he said unto them, Come to Gedaliah the son of Ahikam. And it was so, when they came into the midst of the city, that Ishmael the son of Nethaniah slew them, and cast them into the midst of the pit, he and the men that were with him. But 10 men were found among them that said unto Ishmael, Slay us not, for we have stores hidden in the field, of wheat, and of barley, and of oil, and of honey. So he forbare, and slew them not among their brethren. Now the pit wherein Ishmael cast all the dead bodies of the men whom he had slain by the side of Gedaliah was that which Asa the king had made for fear of Baasa, the king of Israel. The same Ishmael the son of Nethaniah filled with them that were slain. Then Ishmael carried away captive all the residue of the people that were in Mizpah, even the king's daughters, and all the people that remained in Mizpah, whom Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had committed to Gedaliah the son of Ahikam. Ishmael the son of Nethaniah carried them away captive, and departed to go over to the children of Ammon. But when Jochanan the son of Kareah, all the captains of the forces that were with him, heard of all the evil that Ishmael the son of Nethaniah had done, then they took all the men that went to fight with Ishmael the son of Nethaniah, and found him by the great waters that are in Gibeon. Now it came to pass that when that were with Ishmael saw Jochanan and the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces that were with him, then they were glad. So all the people that Ishmael had carried away captive from Mizpah cast about and returned, and went unto Jochanan the son of Kareah. But Ishmael the son of Nethaniah escaped from Jochanan with 8 men, and went to the children of Ammon. Then took Jochanan the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces that were with him, all the remnant of the people whom he had recovered from Ishmael the son of Nethaniah, from Mizpah, after that he had slain Gedaliah the son of Ahikam, the men, even the men of war, and the women, and the children, and the officers whom he had brought back from Gibeon. And they departed, and dwelt in Garuth Kimcham, which is by Bethlehem, to go to enter into Egypt, because of the Chaldeans, for they were afraid of them, because Ishmael the son of Nethaniah had slain Gedaliah the son of Ahikam, whom the king of Babylon made governor over the land. All right, let's go back up to verse 1. Now, yesterday, we remember that the Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, has let Jeremiah go, and told him he'd go wherever he wants to go, and he did. He went back, and he went back with Gedaliah. And Gedaliah is the one whom the king of Babylon, this king of confusion, has set up over everybody. He's made him governor, so to speak. And Gedaliah means, my God is great, or my God is growing, greater and greater and greater by sense and magnification. He is the son of Ahikam, that which my brother or my brother has risen, and captain of the guard, Nebuzaradan, has made him the governor over the people. And they have went up to Mizpah, and Mizpah is that stronghold. And when people had heard that the king of Babylon had made Gedaliah governor, all the people started coming back. Even Yochanan, my God's mercy, God's pity, he has come back. He is the son of Keriach. Keriach means to be bald or to have your glory removed. And we're going to pick it up in continuance with this story. Verse 1. Now it came to pass in the 7th month that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, the seed royal, and one of the chief officers of the king, and 10 men with him, came unto Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, to Mizpah, and there they did eat bread together. So Ishmael, this one who listens to the Mighty One, has come up to Mizpah. And this happened in the 7th month, and my guess it would be the 7th month of the 11th year of Zedekiah even. That Ishmael, he is the son of Nethaniah, this one who come from my God's gift. He's the son of Elishama, and Elishama means the Mighty One has heard. Now we're going to see here that Ishmael is also of the seed royal, and the seed royal is the royal seed, or he is one of the king's sons. And he was the son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, who was the son of Shalom. Verse 2. Then arose Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and the 10 men that were with him, and smote Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, with the sword, and slew him, whom the king of Babylon had made governor over the land. So Ishmael, after going to Mizpah, and we'll see that they did eat bread together in Mizpah, him and Gedaliah. And this is to partake in a meal, or to partake in understanding. And we'll find out that Ishmael rose up and slew Gedaliah. Gedaliah, once again, is this one whom God is magnifying himself through. He is the son of my brother has risen. He come from my brother has risen, and he is come from the one that hides himself in the earth. And he was slew with the sword, and this sword is always in similitude of the word of God, which is the law, and we'll find it. That's why they're being punished. This law, they have transgressed the law, and they slew him whom the king of confusion had set and made governor over the land. 3. And Ishmael also slew all the Jews that were with him, even with Gedaliah at Mizpah, and the Chaldeans that were found there, even the men of war. And we'll find out that Ishmael slew all these Jews. These Jews are those from Judah. Those from Judah, and Judah is that place of praisings. Even with Gedaliah they slew them, and Gedaliah at Mizpah, that watchtower, that place of watching, and the Chaldeans that were with him. And these Chaldeans are the clod breakers. These are supposed to be the wisest of the land, even the men of war. 4. And it came to pass the 2nd day after he had slain Gedaliah, that no man knew it. And this 2nd day, the second time, even 2, that we might witness. Second means 2, is to witness. Day, a little understanding, that no man would know it. That there came certain men from Shechem, from Shiloh, and from Samaria, even 80 men, having their beards shaven and their clothes rent, having cut themselves with meal offerings and frankincense in their hand, to bring them to the house of the Lord. So after 2 days had passed, that these men was coming up out of Shechem, and from Shiloh, and from Samaria, even 80 men. These 80, now 4 20s, because this is how this would be written. 4, because it's the work of God. 20, because from it comes redemption, and that is just to witness the law at work. Came these men from Shechem. Shechem means the back or the shoulder, and it's in similitude or reference to this place you have left from. Where you left, that place you're looking over your shoulder back to because you've turned your back to God. From Shiloh, and Shiloh was that great place of rest that you departed from, that you transgressed against. And from Samaria, even that fruitful place that was made the place of the dregs. And we're going to find, some references to even when Samaria was bought here later in a minute. 6. And Ishmael the son of Nethaniah went from Mishpah to meet them, weeping all along as he went. And it came to pass, as he met them, he said unto them, Come to Gedaliah the son of Ahikam. Now, Ishmael, he's the son of Nethaniah, this one, and listens to the mighty one. He's from the gift of God. He's come out of Mizpah, out of this watchtower, to meet these men, and he's weeping all along as he goes, and this is most likely just an act, because he's come out to meet these men, and they've come up with offerings, these meal offerings, these offerings of harvest even, these offerings of the harvest, and frankincense in their hand, these pleasant odors, even that would represent prayer, and they've cut themselves. And this, having cut themselves and rent their clothes, they rent their clothes, they've shaved their beards, this shaving the beard, to make plain the face even, in a similitude to make known even, and their clothes are rent in humility. And they've cut themselves, even that which God said you shall not do, even this shaving of the beard. God said, you shall not do these things. You will not do these things, for such do the heathen do. After all, they're not of gods, and you shall not do these things to the Lord your God. 6. And Ishmael has come out to meet these men, acting like he's crying, and he has told him, now come on in to the son of Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam. Come on in to this one whom my God has magnified. Come on in here to this one whom my brother has stood up. 7. And it was so, when they came into the midst of the city, that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, slew them, and cast them into the midst of the pit, he and the men that were with him. So when these men, who were heading up to the house of God to defile it, came into the city, Ishmael slew them. And this city is always a representation of that place that has a guard, but we're going to see that it was at Mizpah. And he slew these men, and he cast them into the midst of this pit. And we're going to find out what this pit was. 8. But 10 men were found among them that said unto Ishmael, Slay us not, for we have stores hidden in the field of wheat, and of barley, and of oil, and of honey. So he forbare and slew them not among their brethren. And once again, these 10 stands for the law, just like these 10 men that came with Ishmael. These 10 men were found among them that had in the field hidden, all about hidden in the field of wheat. And wheat is the harvest. There's a harvest in wheat, even this harvest that's looked forward to, and of barley, even that which tells us when the harvest is ready, of oil, that which is the oil of the olive, that which is the fruit of the tree. The harvest of it even is the anointing of God, having the law. See, and that's what the olive represents, even that which God said you can partake of this, but that you cannot. And the honey, even the sweet goodness, the blessings that come from the observance and understanding of the law. 9. Now the pit wherein Ishmael cast all the dead bodies of the men whom he had slain by the side of Gedaliah, that was that which Asa the king had made for fear of Baasha, the king of Israel. The same Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, filled with them that were slain. And this pit that he filled with them that were slain was this pit that Asa, who was the king of Judah, had made. And Asa is that one that healed the injury. It's like being healed of an injury. And this was the injury that God made. See, this was where God struck and left an injury, and they tried to make like it healed, for in fear of Baas. And Baas was that it would stink wickedly. They were scared that this wound where God had struck them would stink wickedly. He was the king of Israel. And we can find more about Asa and Asa in the 15th and 16th chapters of 1 Kings 10. Then Ishmael carried away captive all the residue of the people that were in Mizpah, even the king's daughters, and all the people that remained in Mizpah, whom the Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had committed to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam. Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, carried them away captive, and departed to go over to the children of Ammon. So Ishmael gathered up all these people that are left, the residue of the people that were in Mizpah, and this is that watchtower. This is the place where they was the watching from, even the king's daughters, and these would be the daughters of the king, probably Zedekiah, who they had just carried off. And these daughters are those who can bear, those that can bring forth even from the teaching. And all the people, and Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had committed to Gedaliah. And these were the ones that Nebuzaradan, he was that prophet that sowed the strife. He was the prophet that bared the seed, had left into the hands of Gedaliah. And Gedaliah is this one whom God is magnifying himself through. Ishmael takes him, and his intent is to run off to Ammon, or the nations. 11. But Yochanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces that were with him, heard of all the evil that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, had done. So, when Yochanan is my God's mercy, he's the son of Kareah, who this one who's bald, the one who had his glory stripped, hears of it. He hears what Ishmael's done and all the evil that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, has done. 12. Then they took all of the men and went to fight with Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and found him by the great waters that are in Gibeon. So Yochanan, my God's mercy, he is the son of the one who's had his glory removed. He runs off chasing Ishmael. He runs off chasing this one who listens to the mighty one. He's the son of my God's gift. And finds him there by these great waters that are in Gibeon. And Gibeon is that hill city even. That hill city, that exalted city, that place they made high, that place they hewed for theirself even. It's a similitude of that, all high places are. The hill city, even Gibeon, that place where the covenant was made, disagreement was made a long time ago with the inhabitants of Gibeon, the Gibeonites, these ones who deceived the children of Israel and dressed up and feigned themselves from a far distance even. That's another story. These ones who the elders had entered into an agreement with that violated the law of God, because God said, you shall not make covenants with these that are in the land. (13) And in these great waters there is most likely this great pool, or this great well that they had dug there in Gibeon, or that these mighty waters, or these great waters, representing this truth, or even the multitude of people. 13 Now it came to pass that when all the people that were with Ishmael saw Yochanan, the son of Kareah, all the captains of the forces that were with him, then they were glad. So all these people now, they've seen Yochanan coming, him and his men. They're coming to rescue them. They see them coming now. They were all glad and happy. 14, so all the people that Ishmael had carried away captive from Mizpah cast about and returned and went unto Jochanan the son of Kareah. So when all the people see him, they all are happy and glad, and they turn around and they go back to Jochanan the son of Kareah. And Jochanan, he is that one whom God is showing mercy, this one whom he is the son of, or he come from those that have had their glory removed. 15, but Ishmael the son of Nethaniah escaped from Jochanan with 8 men and went to the children of Ammon. But now Ishmael, this one who listens to the mighty one, he is the son of Nethaniah, or he is born from my God's gift. He escapes. He escapes from the mercy of God, and him and 8 men, and 8 means a new beginning. There's a new beginning, and they went to the children of the nations, and we're going to find out Ishmael, one of the seed royal, has escaped, and he is took off into the nations. 16, then took Jochanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces that were with him, and all the remnant of the people who had recovered from Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, from Mizpah, after that he had slain Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the men, even the men of war, and the women, and the children, and the officers whom he had brought back from Gibeon. So, Jochanan, the mercy of God, the pity of God, the son of Kareah, he is the one who had his glory removed, a bald one, and all the captains of the forces, all his armies, with him, and the remnant of the people, even all these ones he had recovered from Ishmael, this one who listens to God, and they have brought them back from Gibeon, from that high hill, that hill city, this exalted place from which they had made. 17, and they departed and dwelt in Garuth Kimcham, which is by Bethlehem, to go to enter into Egypt. So now they've left Gibeon, and they've come to Garuth Kimcham, and this Garuth is the lodging place. It's a place to stay. It's like an inn or a place, and the Kimcham is that place that was hoped for. It means that place hoped for, which is by Bethlehem or Bethlehem, and this is the house of bread. That house of bread, or even that house of nourishment, that house of where you could be fed, and the bread is the word, and the word is the law, before you go down into Egypt. And this is a road that leads to go down into Egypt from Bethlehem, or even from this Kimcham. And this Egypt, once again, is that land of enclosures. So this is that place, that house of bread, before you go down to enter into this land of enclosures. 18, because of the Chaldeans, for they were afraid of them, because Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, had slain Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, whom the king of Babylon had made governor over the land. So now they've went down to Garuth Kimcham, because they are afraid of the Chaldeans, these clod breakers, these ones that are wise in the land, even these ones that God sent into the land to do these things. They're afraid of them now because Ishmael, this one who listens to God, has slain Gedaliah. He's slain this one whom God is magnifying himself through. But we're going to find out it's because he's listened to the mighty one. He's listened to God. He has slain Gedaliah. And they're afraid of the Chaldeans because that Ishmael has slain. Well, he also slayed the Chaldeans that were there with him, and thrown them down into the pit as well. And we're going to be continuing. We're going to continue this story tomorrow. The law here, though, is what's doing its work. The law is, we find, is the punishment because they turned from the law. God's making an example, even an example of this remnant of what he left in the land after he drove Zedekiah out. God's done got Zedekiah carried away off into Babylon with his eyes gouged out. And these are a little remnant that God's going to make an example of even in the land. See, we're going to find out they just won't hearken to the word of the Lord. It's been the problem from the beginning. They'll always go listen to these men. They'll always listen to these images and these not gods that they make, but they just won't listen to God and the understanding that he gave from the beginning. See, that's why you need to turn and return. All right, let's move forward. We'll go to chapter 42.